A single mistranscribed word in a legal deposition can change the meaning of sworn testimony. A misheard phrase in a law enforcement interview can compromise an entire investigation. These are not hypothetical risks. They are documented consequences of relying on transcription that prioritizes speed over accuracy. And in a world where automated AI transcription tools are being aggressively marketed to legal teams, police departments, and healthcare organizations, the stakes of getting this wrong have never been higher. Transcription sits at the intersection of language, context, and consequence. When audio is converted to text, every decision matters. How a sentence is punctuated, whether a word is spelled as a proper noun or a common one, whether overlapping voices are separated correctly or collapsed into a single, incoherent line. AI transcription engines process audio statistically. They predict what was probably said based on patterns in training data. That works reasonably well for clean, single-speaker audio with neutral accents recorded in a quiet room. But that describes almost none of the audio that legal professionals, law enforcement agencies, and healthcare administrators actually need transcribed. Here is where the comparison between human transcription and AI transcription becomes concrete. Independent benchmarks consistently show AI transcription tools averaging between 80 and 86% accuracy across real-world audio. That sounds acceptable until you do the math. At 85% accuracy, a 10-page transcript contains roughly 150 errors. In a courtroom filing or a police investigative report, that is not a rounding error. That is a liability. So, who actually feels this problem most acutely? Criminal defense attorneys and prosecutors who need verbatim transcripts of interviews, hearings, and depositions where every word is potentially subject to challenge. Law enforcement agencies, from municipal police departments to federal investigative units, that record suspect interviews, wiretaps, and surveillance audio under DGAS compliance requirements. Healthcare administrators and clinical researchers who transcribe physician dictation, patient intake interviews, and medical board proceedings under HIPAA regulations. Academic researchers conducting qualitative studies who need multi-speaker focus group recordings and field interviews turned into citable, defensible text. For all of these professionals, the transcript is not a convenience. It is a record. What kinds of audio actually trigger the need for human transcription rather than automated processing? Consider a recorded law enforcement interrogation involving a non-native English speaker with a regional accent, background noise from an institutional environment, and multiple officers speaking simultaneously. AI engines struggle with accented speech, frequently substituting phonetically similar words that are contextually wrong. They collapse crosstalk into garbled output. A human transcriptionist trained in law enforcement audio can parse those overlapping voices, note when speech is inaudible, and flag unintelligible sections rather than guessing. That distinction matters enormously when the transcript is entered as evidence. Or consider a medical board deposition where a physician uses highly specific clinical terminology while being questioned by attorneys who interrupt frequently. AI tools are not consistent with low-frequency medical vocabulary, and they have no mechanism for recognizing when a misrecognized term changes the clinical meaning of a statement. A trained medical transcriptionist understands the domain and produces output that reflects what was actually said. Academic researchers face a different challenge. Multi-speaker recordings from ethnographic interviews or focus groups often involve dialect variation, topic-specific jargon, and long silences that AI systems either mistranscribe or format incorrectly. The integrity of qualitative research depends on accurate transcription. A dataset built on AI-generated transcripts is a dataset with unquantified error rates baked into the analysis. This is the problem space that Ditto Transcripts was built to address. Ditto Transcripts is a US-based full-service transcription company serving legal, law enforcement, medical, academic, and general business clients. Ditto Transcripts employs professional human transcriptionists, not crowdsourced workers, not AI with a human review layer, but dedicated professionals who specialize in the audio types their clients actually submit. Ditto Transcripts backs that with a 99% accuracy guarantee. That number is not a marketing claim, it is a performance standard, and it is the threshold that legal admissibility and investigative integrity actually require. Ditto Transcripts operates under CJIS compliance for law enforcement clients and HIPAA compliance for medical and healthcare clients. All Ditto Transcripts staff pass fingerprint-based criminal background checks, a requirement that matters when the audio being transcribed contains sensitive personal information, protected health data, or confidential investigative material. Ditto Transcripts handles that chain of custody with the same seriousness that law enforcement and healthcare organizations apply to their own records management. What does that mean in practice for the people watching this video? It means a defense attorney submitting a deposition transcript can stand behind its accuracy. It means a detective does not discover mid-trial that a key statement was misrendered by an algorithm. It means a clinical researcher does not have to spend hours manually correcting AI output before analysis can begin. Ditto Transcripts removes the error rate as a variable. AI transcription will keep improving. But in high-stakes environments today, the gap between 85% and 99% is measured in outcomes that cannot be undone. Ditto Transcripts solves that problem now for the clients who cannot afford to wait for the technology to catch up. Learn more at u.dittotranscripts.com.